Hockey Canada revealed the selection camp roster for the World Junior Hockey Championship today. 29 players from across the CHL have been invited to try out for the red and white. We'll take a closer look at the list shortly, but first, let's focus on the players with a northern connection.
To Hamilton, Ontario, it is Greyhounds to Sault Ste. Marie, Darnell, Nurse.
Now Tolchinski can't get the shot. Nurse blocks in, scores!
And now the 17 forwards. To Ottawa, Ontario, it is Authors de Erie, Nick Baptiste.
Nick Baptiste, he's got room. Here's Baptiste in, and scores!
From Mississauga, Ontario, and the North Bay Battalion, Nick Paul.
Leaves it there for Nick Paul. Paul, one hand on the stick. Paul drives the net. He scores!
Yes, it's true. Nick Baptiste is no longer connected directly to the North, but he was the Wolves' co-captain up until 1 week ago, so I think he deserves to be included here. He's only got 6 goals in 15 games, though, so maybe the question is, why did Hockey Canada choose to include him? Well, his shoulder injury kept him out of the Wolves lineup for almost a month to start the season. Even still, he was named to the OHL's Super Series roster and evidently has earned another look. Battalion forward, though, Nick Paul played alongside Baptiste at the Super Series and is among the OHL leaders in goals and points. He's also one of the biggest forwards named to the selection camp roster at 6'3" and nearly 200 pounds. Though some analysts are suggesting Hockey Canada isn't as worried about size and physical grit this year as they have been in the past.
My whole life I've been sort of the underdog, so I'm kind of used to it. But my dad and mom always said, doesn't matter what people think, just play every game, no matter who's watching, play as hard as you can, and that's what I've done, and it's got me so far, and I thank them for that. But yeah, I put hard work in every day, and it's finally getting paid off, and it's definitely a great feeling to finally be noticed and getting selected.
Darnell Nurse spent the first few weeks of the season with the Edmonton Oilers and will likely be considered a lock on the Canadian blue line, possibly even one of the top 4 defensemen. The Sioux Greyhound also brings size to the roster along with a big shot. He's averaging a point per game since returning to the Hounds with 6 goals and 10 assists. The 19-year-old says he's going to make the most out of this camp, which is his last chance to make the junior team.
For me, it's something that I really want to be a part of, especially taking place here in the home soil. So it's an opportunity that I'm definitely looking forward to and can't wait to get started. You know, obviously you always have the main focus of making your NHL team, but you know, being sent back and having the opportunity to play here in Sault Ste. Marie, the World Junior team is definitely an aim of mine.
In total, 29 players were invited to camp. Here is the list, including the OHLers. The top 2 there are the defensemen. Everyone else I've listed are the forwards. This list, though, does not include potential NHLers, who some analysts believe may be loaned to Hockey Canada later this month. 2 Guelph Storm forwards were invited to camp, but Sudbury native Tyler Bertuzzi was not one of them. Sioux native Brendan Perlini also not included on the list, but he is still dealing with a hand injury. Camp opens on December 11th, 1 week from Thursday in Toronto. Some former World Junior greats in this game tonight, including Carey Price. He was part of the Golden Dynasty in the early 2000s. 2 minutes after that save, Yuri Seakac. Toe drag beats Calvin Pickard for his 4th. This season, Montreal is 8-0 when scoring first. So that's the type of start you want. Late in the period, Habs can't clear the zone. Daniel Briere gets the puck. The former Habs moves in, snipes his 6th. We've got a tie game. Now they traded goals in the second. When a 4-on-1 develops, the puck actually goes off Brandon Prust and in. It's 3-2 Colorado, but just 3 minutes later, PK Subban wires the one-timer past Picard. Tied at 3 heading into the 3rd, where Mac Pacioretty would finish it off, leading the 2-on-1. 4-3 Montreal is the final. The Ontario Bronze Gloves Tournament is the final chance for junior boxers to earn a spot at the National Championships, or for those young guys to get an opportunity to get some more experience, which was the case for the Top Glove Boxing Academy's Andre Robitaille. The Sudbury fighter made it to the final in his first ever tournament and even captured the gold, though it was a tight 2-1 split decision.
Never thought I'd win, but I worked hard, had a great coach, and win after win, I ended up at the end and I won.
We had 3 bouts, 3 wins, including the final gold medal. So our program works still. and we'll continue to work for a long time.
The ending wasn't quite as sweet for Lance Chrétien. A unanimous decision meant the Valley East fighter would have to settle for the silver in the novice junior C division. It was a tough ending to a long weekend.
Feel good. Sore, tired, exhausted. I just want to go home and sleep.
I think he ran out of gas. Didn't quite make it his best performance, but he gave it all he had.
And Brendan, in the end, that's really all you can ask. Give it all you can.
Yeah.